Hey, once again, it's time for the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. And today's entry was definitely not made for me. I didn't know what it was. I heard the name before, but I obviously never crossed my path and the kind of stuff I watch. This is definitely made for preteens, younger toddlers, things like that. I don't know, like kindergarten, first, second grade age kids, basically. I only watched two episodes, but technically there's two stories per episode. So they're each 25 minutes, so you get about a 11, 12 minute bit for each, including all the, you know, credits and everything else. Speaking of credits, one of the interesting things I found out about this was that Vampirina, who's she's probably, I guess, since she's in kindergarten or first grade or something like that. I have no idea. I only watched the first and last episodes of this first season, which I think came out in 2017. That's the only season that's available currently on. There's 20 on Disney Plus. It's 25 episodes, so there's lots to see. Lots to watch. I actually did not hate it. It actually was not a grind to get through. Yes, there is a lot of vampire monster puns and every adjective. There's everything that they talk about the vampire family. Everything they talk about is has some sort of spooky or creepy adjective in front of it. So that kind of gets old real quick. But again, little kids who are watching this are not going to be that critical, okay? So like what I was going to say earlier, her family, um, mom and dad, speak in very Transylvania-like voices. They do very Eastern European Transylvania voices. By the way, they've moved to Pennsylvania, probably Philadelphia, from the way they talk. They like the Liberty Bell and the hot pretzels. But her mom and dad are played by Lauren Graham from Gilmore Girls and James Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek. So we got a nice little WBUPN crossover with Vampirina here. So if you want to ever hear what those two sound like with Transylvania accents, this is the show you want to watch, even for one episode. Every episode also includes a song. Really quick 1-2 minute long thing, not even that. Basically fleshes out the struggle that the character's going through, or the characters are going through. The first episode sets everything up that they're a fish out of water kind of family, since they've moved from Transylvania to Pennsylvania, and she's trying to fit in. She's trying to make friends, and she makes the neighbors come by to give a little treat to the new neighbors who've just moved in and scare off the mom a little bit. But her daughter becomes best friends with Vampirina, and they have. She knows Vampirina's family's secret, that they're all vampires. They're all the living dead. There's not a whole lot of talk of blood and feasting on human blood or anything else. That comes later. The second half of that first episode has mom opening up a B&B, and it ends up in a classic, sitcom farce where she double books on the very first day, and one is, for some reason, their neighbors, because of course they live next door. For some reason they need to move in. I wasn't paying attention really, I guess, as to why. I'm pretty sure there was no reason to overcomplicate it, but for some reason the neighbors had to move in. And by the way, the neighbor mom has a son also, who's they're twins. She is Poppy, and the boy's name, I don't know what the boy's name is, but Poppy is Vampirina's best friend. So the kids are all about the same age, although I imagine Vampirina could be hundreds of years old for all we know. So I have no idea. But she looks like a first grader or something. I don't know. So anyway, mom opens a B&B, and some vampire people come to stay, and at the same time that the humans try to stay, and so they have to shuffle things around since they sleep at different times of the day. It's a matter of just split second moving everything around to hide the fact that they're all vampires, so that everybody doesn't freak out. So yeah, it's the kind of thing you've seen a million times before with other sitcoms. It's the wacky. There's been enough things that are being hidden, and or usually there's lies, and of course the heroes here are not going to be lying, and if they did, they would all have to learn a lesson at the very end. But yeah, they kind of create some problems, and then they have to fix it. But it makes for some funny little interactions. Speaking of funny, yes, the humor is very much little kid based. Although anytime there is a human making a little joke here and there, it's jokes that kids will never understand, and the adults will. Like the very first episode, in the very first few minutes, James Van Der Beek, the dad, makes a joke about. He's like, hey, why don't we try to wear some more human-looking clothes for this fall time? And he gets them all orange sweaters, and I'm like, I hear orange is the new black. Yeah, kids aren't gonna get that, but yeah, she's adorable, she's fun, she's not obnoxious at all, believe it or not. There's plenty of little lessons to be learned about accepting people for who they are, and yeah, the songs drive those home. In the final episodes, it deals with the Blood Moon Feast. Her grandparents come to visit from Transylvania, and they're kind of still stuck in their old ways. But they've also invited their neighbors over for the meal, and they have to try to all eat human food, which, again, goes horribly wrong. They fix that problem eventually, but, shenanigans. There's skeletons and ghosts and gargoyles. The gargoyle is voiced by Wanda Sykes. But yeah, there's tons of voiceover people that you recognize if you were into art, animation, and voiceover celebrities. They're all over this thing. So, but yeah, other than that, yeah, it's if you have kids about that age, this is actually not a bad show to watch. So watch it with them, see what you think, and if not, just drop them in front of it, and they'll be good. So, all right, we're gonna pick tomorrow's number. So 7:35 was Vampirina. Let's see what we got next. 4:10, somewhere around the middle. All right, let's see what we got. 4:10. 4:10. Here we go. 4:10. Well, it's yellow. Yellow is, man, I gotta remind myself. Come on. Man, I gotta zoom out on this thing. There we go. Yellow is an animated short or short film. So 4:10 is, come back here. This is taking forever. Partly Cloudy. 4:10 is Partly Cloudy. I don't know what that is. It's not, I don't think it involves meatballs. Or even a chance of meatballs. But yeah, we get Partly Cloudy. So that'll be a really short one. Watch it with me on Disney Plus. And again, recommend this, like, subscribe. I'm gonna try to. I'm trying to try out some new things, hopefully in the near future, and maybe you'll like those, and this will be a whole lot more interesting. But thanks for spending some time with me, and I just blew 9 minutes telling you about Vampirina on Disney Plus. We'll see you tomorrow with Partly Cloudy. Bye.